game. We shouldn't be recording this.
No, we should not.
We might get in trouble, but no, we're just going to keep it focused on us. How's it going? I don't know if anybody's going to watch, but...
I don't know, but we're probably make this quick because I want to watch the games.
Oh, okay. The game's about to start. Oh, look, Roy's watching us. We're here at the Sky Dome. It's been the first time in God knows how many years. I just wanted to say hi to everybody, and if you're going to watch the Blue Jay game, you might see us on TV. See? Shannon got me this awesome hat.
You're welcome.
So, oh, here we go. And Roy says, have a good time, guys. There we go. See?
All right.
We already had someone
Let's
say
wrap it up.
hi.
You're about to go.
Okay, so watch us on TV. Okay, bye.
Bye, guys.
Hey, what's up, ladies? What's up? You're watching the Morgado Show Unleashed at the Blue Jay game. I want to thank Shannon for getting me tickets to come here to the Blue Jay game. I haven't been to a Blue Jay game in probably, oh geez, like over 10 years, easy. We're not showing you the game because it's on TV, obviously, but Shannon went to go use the washroom, so I figured I'd come online for a couple minutes. I have no idea what's going on with the game. I don't know who's winning. Oh, okay, now I do. Boston's winning 3-2. I saw a bad play, and yeah, so we're just chilling here. We just got ourselves a big bucket of popcorn. If you notice behind me, there's nobody sitting there because we decided to move locations. She actually got tickets through her company, and we're just here chilling out. And we've got this gigantic fucking beer. Look at this fucking monster. Look at this thing. She took a picture of it earlier. It's as big as our head, man. Not that things are overpriced here, but they're fucking overpriced here at the Sky Dome. Sky Dome. That's right. You heard me say it. Sky Dome. I will never, ever, ever call it the other thing. So I'm just wondering what's taking Shannon so long. Maybe she got stuck. Oh, Liz says, happy Friday. Cheers to you, Liz. Look at this thing. It's the size of my freaking head. And we're hanging out here at the Sky Dome. That's right. It'll always be called the Sky Dome. For those of you that are in the area, we can always get together. Tomorrow night is going to be the concert in Oshawa at the Music Hall. And if you guys want to come out to that, that's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great concert. Walker's K with the Midnight Echo. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to actually be the cameraman for the event. And Shannon will actually be working the merch table. So we're actually going to be working at a concert. Not bad. Actually, I wouldn't mind working here at the Sky Dome, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm just looking around. These guys don't really do much of anything. So, yeah. And Liz says, I'd say it's bigger than your head. Yeah. That's a pretty safe assumption. Look at this, like right next to me. Liz also says, have a great time. Hey, you know what? Ever since we moved locations, I'm definitely having a better time. Because we were sitting in an area that was so congested and so, like, you know, packed in like sardines. And I actually suggested to Shannon, because I saw this area, look around, look, there's hardly anybody around in this area. And I said, it's actually, believe it or not, it's actually not as good as seats. It's actually better to sit where we were sitting before. But in all honesty, oh, there she is. We actually decided to move, and because we moved, we've actually got leg room. There's my lady Shannon. Oh look, Liz wrote, say hello to Shannon for me too.
Hi, Liz.
Hi, Liz. Look, see, she wrote.
Hey, beautiful.
Yeah.
I know.
So we're actually in much better spirits right now, and we just had ourselves a tub of popcorn. Cheers, darling.
Cheers, honey.
And we're enjoying the Blue Jay game. You were enjoying the Blue Jay game?
No, I am. But I was just going to say, I was hanging out with my Law Buzz crew just a couple of rows over.
Oh, yeah.
I love you guys. I will come by and say hi and bye before the game is over. Sorry if I'm all out of breath. I couldn't find a fucking ladies' room, and I had to go all the way around to try and get there.
Well, she came here with the people from her work, and I was the one. I was the one who took her away from it because it was just too tight over there. I couldn't even dude. I was so compact. I couldn't even move, man. Oh, she sends us a kiss. Liz sends us a kiss. But yeah, so we decided to move, and the guy that's actually looking over the area, what's his name again?
I swear to God, I had to do a double take on this. He looks like a split image of Ed Sheeran. I shit you not. Same facial features, redhead. Oh my God.
He looks just like him.
It's fucking
Even
crazy.
I look at him now and I'm like, oh shit. And Shannon,
really cool guy though, really cool guy though.
Shannon was scared. She was like, you know, she's not really one to do what I do. But we actually, believe it or not, have worse seats now because we're a little bit further back. Like I'd say 2-3 rows back, but we're a lot more comfortable.
Yeah.
This area, look, behind, look, there's nobody. And meanwhile, our area was completely
Like,
packed.
man.
I couldn't sit like that, man. It was crushing my testicles. So I said, let's move over, and I'm so happy we did. Yeah.
Hey.
We should put sparks when I put this on Patreon. Oh, Liz says, what did she say?
Elizabeth says, stop moving.
Sorry.
Sometimes those seats are better.
Oh, absolutely. Like we're like right in the middle. Like we, maybe I should show the field real quick. But look at the size of this popcorn. This is like, yeah. So we had to get this because it was actually a better deal. Because we actually get free refill.
The game's on, honey.
Oh, the game's on. Oh, all right. Well, Shannon wants me to wrap it up. I'm having more fun on live than I am watching.
Yeah, well, I'm watching something that's actually live right in front of me.
Yeah, I know. And hold on, Liz says that's awesome. Yeah. Okay, watch this. Watch. Hold on. Okay, watch. There you go. See, we're live, eh? Beauty. So if you watch us on TV right now, you won't see us. But you know, we don't want to spoil the game for you. But there it is. So. And then Liz says, enjoy the game. Thank you for watching,
Thanks,
Liz.
guys.
Much appreciated. Thank you, guys. We'll catch you later. And, okay.
Blue Jays.
Let's play ball. What's up, everybody? We're in overtime, or extra innings, as like they like to call it. There's a few things I've been wanting to say at a baseball game for years. This is, of course, movie references. Let's see if you guys can get these movie references. The first one is swing, bada 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 bada, swing, bada, Kennedy, 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 swing, bada. That's number one. Number two is, can I recommend another sport like knitting? Okay, I had to do that. Sorry. We're still at the Blue Jay game. Shannon went to go take another bathroom break. So I figured I'd go on real quick. All right, bye. Yo. Okay, wrong character. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Del Morgado Show Unleashed. I'm your host, Del Morgado, and we are now officially on Facebook Live through my Del Morgado Show page. I'm going to share this first, and then I'm going to start yammering about what I'm going to talk about today on the show. I don't anticipate the show being too long today. But you never know. I mean, sometimes people will surprise you. They'll come on board and, you know, start chatting it up with me. And then next thing you know, it turns into an 1.5-hour show. So let me get this page going here. And then once we get this party started, then I will start my ramble. I got a few things to talk about. And I'm actually wearing one of them. I want to send out a big congratulations to Gary LeBar, Mike Swain, Dave Pastilli, Handel Eccleston, 4 members of the band called Walker's Cave for an incredible show this weekend, along with the Midnight Echo, which, wow, amazing band. Both bands incredible, great time, and check it out. The coolest thing about this particular concert was all the merchandise that was designed by me. So it's actually really cool to walk around and see something that I designed all over the fucking place, including behind the band. They had a big giant banner with Walker's K logo on there. And yes, this hat was given to me. I know it's all in reverse and it's a little dusty, a little dirty, I guess because I threw it in my car there. And yeah, so anyways, so Walker's K, May 12th, they had an awesome show, and there's my all access. I think I'm one of the few people that got one of these, 001. You'll see this when it's reversed on Patreon. You're watching the Del Morgado Show Unleashed on Facebook Live, in case you're wondering. So I figured I'd wear all the memorabilia. I thought it was kind of cool to be a part of designing all the stuff for the band. And I actually designed this as well. Walker's K thank you card, which they actually gave me one. I'm not going to show you the inside, but they did sign it and all that kind of stuff. But the coolest part about this was actually an idea that we came up with as a gag, but it actually looked pretty damn cool. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's in reverse, but it does say Delmark. And I know you can't see it for a fact, but in the crown right there, I've got my little DFH Studios in there. And the cool part about this card, right there and right there, those barcodes are actually scannable. So if you scan this, it goes to walkersk.ca, and if you scan that, it goes to DFH Studios. But the other funny part about this is if you notice, USA $199, Canada $39.99, which is sort of an ongoing gag that we wanted to do as part of a little joke thing. So yeah, but it was kind of funny. I mean, it was really cool to be able to see my logo everywhere. I mean, I worked on pretty much everything for the show. I was helping out the band and, just designing a whole bunch of things for them. And like I said, I got this hat out of it. Let me take off the hat right now. I don't need that anymore. And I also got, of course, the little all access pass. And Gary was the one who made all these, and he gave pretty much everything to me. So, well, he better. I'm the one who made that shit. But yeah, it was a fun concert, fun time. I do want to thank Shannon for being the merchandise girl. She was at the table there. She worked her ass off, and I do thank Shannon for being a part of that. Also, I want to thank Mr. James Bade for coming down to the show and helping Shannon. He was there, and he actually ended up giving her a hand. It's a little bit of pressure to handle 2 merchandise tables, but he was there, and he actually gave her a hand, and thank you, James, for doing that. That you didn't have to, but you did, and I highly, highly appreciate that. My way of saying thank you is he's going to be a guest on my show in a few days. I don't know, not this week, but the week after, probably, most likely. I also wanted to thank Tears of a Deity for coming to the concert. It was a nice surprise to see the boys there, and I'm sorry that the footage didn't work out so well. I was actually hired to be the camera guy for the event, and I was there working with cameras that I wasn't used to working with, and I had filmed a couple of good scenes, but a lot of them came out blurry because it was too dark, and, mind you, if it was with my camera, no fucking way. We wouldn't have been able to see anything. So, yeah, I do want to thank Walker's K for putting on a great show. And also the Midnight Echo, they asked me to be their camera guy as well. So it was kind of cool to, film 2 bands. The one thing that I didn't realize was how heavy that fucking camera was. My arm at the end of the night, my right arm was so sore just from holding the damn thing. And because I filmed 2 bands back to back, I was pretty much in the front of the stage, and a lot of people, they saw that, which I found hysterical because they all felt pity for me. I had one lady say to me, she goes, man, you look like you worked harder than the band did. And my arm was killing me, and I'm like, well, hold on, the drummer should be feeling a little bit of pain, and he said he was tired too, which was kind of funny. But yeah, it was a fun night, man. It was just it was cool. So I figured I'd come out here on Facebook Live for a little bit and just chat about that real fast. And look, I've already talked probably about 10 minutes about it already. But the other thing I wanted to talk about, one of the main things I want to bring up is Cobra Kai. I don't know if you guys have seen the series, I've heard of the series. When I saw the trailer originally, this was a few months back, I lost my mind. I'm a big fan of Karate Kid, the original Karate Kid, of course, 1, 2, and 3. Number 4, not a big fan. Still watched it, and I enjoyed the one with Will Smith's kid. I forget. There's nobody on here, so hold on. Let me just go to IMDb real quick and check that out real fast. Bear with me. So I usually do this because my brain just goes sort of, dead. So okay, Karate Kid. Jaden Smith, there you go. Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I did like it. I really liked it a lot. It was if you listen to the script of that Karate Kid, it pretty much reflects the original film, which I found to be a little annoying at times because I'm thinking like, can't you guys write something different? It was pretty much word for word, but you know, in Asian, which was really annoying. But yeah, when I saw the trailer for Cobra Kai, I literally lost my mind. I wished that they had released this in the theater as a movie, and after seeing the I've already talked about this on a previous video, but after seeing Cobra Kai, I loved it. I loved it. I loved it, like big time. I thought it was fantastic. It was just awesome to see the characters come back, and the way that they did it was very well done. They bring in a lot of nostalgic references in the show, but in my mind, it feels like a movie. And this is what I'm leading up to. This is what I'm ramping up to. I felt it was a movie. When I watched it, it totally had a feeling of a movie, the quality and all that kind of stuff. So what do? I decide to grab all 10 episodes. I was just looking at the progress, actually. I decided to grab all 10 episodes and turn it into a movie. So I got rid of all the intro. I got rid of the up next, which really pisses me off, especially when I'm sitting down, I'm watching something. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see up next. I don't want to know what's happening or what's going to come. They gave enough away in the trailer. So if you see the trailer, it's like they pretty much gave everything away, as I've stated before. But I was just so excited to see the trailer. I was like, oh my God. But altogether, believe it or not, and I didn't even realize this because when I watched it, I was so into it that I didn't even pay attention at the time. I didn't even think that it was like 20 to 30 minutes per episode. There's 10 episodes. If you do the math, you kind of figure it out. So when I put it all together, it ends up being a 4.5 hour movie. It's a big fucking movie, but it didn't feel like it. Like I watched it and I enjoyed it so much throughout the entire series that I was just like, I was so excited, and I'm like, I want to see what happens. I want to see what happens. Even when it was over, I'm sitting there like, I want more. And they actually just announced a few days ago on Twitter, I'm following them, that there's actually a season 2. So I knew that was going to happen, especially the way they leave it off. I'm not going to say what happens, but you know. I mean, it's fucking blatant, right? I mean, even after episode 1, as soon as I heard it was a series, I was like, oh God, here we go. They're going to extend the shit out of this fucking thing, and which is kind of a little sad, but at the same time kind of cool, because this is one of those nostalgic things that even now to this day, after what they did with the series, I'll call it a short, not a short film, big film, epic film. It's like Lord of the Rings film. But after you see what they did, you can see how they can continue this on forever. You know, they obviously had that in mind when they originally came up with the series, and after the popularity of it, and it exploded, because what they're doing, and I think this is fucking genius. I think I talked about this before in another show. They are actually releasing episode 1 and 2 for free on YouTube, and it's actually produced by RedTube, which is basically an offshoot of YouTube. And what it is after episode 2, they start charging you for episode 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the equivalent, if you put those numbers together, is still cheaper than going to a theater. But you all know me. I'm you know, I'm not rich. So I sort of had to cheat when it came to certain things. So I borrowed it, and I'm turning it into a movie because, bottom line, number one, main reason why I'm doing it is because I want to see it again, and I don't want to have to get up every 20 to 30 minutes, especially if I'm laying down on the couch, I'm comfortable, I'm enjoying it, and I don't want to get up and be like, ugh. So what I did was I edited it, is that even a word? I cut it, there you go, I edited, I don't think that's a word. Okay, so I put it together. There you go. That sounds a little bit better. I put it together into a big 4.5-hour movie, which I mentioned a little bit earlier. So it's going to be really cool. And I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting to do this, and I want to just, you know, sit down, lay down, whatever, and just watch it from beginning to end, no interruptions, and just fucking enjoy the shit out of it. You know, it's such a cool series, and I highly, highly recommend it. In the video when I reviewed it, obviously I gave it a 5 stars. So Cobra Kai, if you get a chance to check it out, check it out. You won't be disappointed. If you decide to pay for it, if you decide to get it any other way, you can get it now. It's all available anywhere you want it. So, not that I'm encouraging that. Go pay for it. It's cheaper than watching a movie, and you get some good entertainment, especially if you're a fan of the Karate Kid series. Because growing up, I definitely love the Karate Kid series, and my favorite part was years after the Karate Kid series. Some guy on YouTube decided to make a video about how Johnny is the victim. And when you watch this video, number one, it makes you think. And number two, it's fucking genius. I think it's brilliantly done. And you sit there and you're like, fuck, maybe Johnny is the victim, man. Because, you know, it's like Daniel's the bully. Like, what the fuck? Like, you know, you look at it and you're like, wait a second. Obviously, he takes scenes out of context. But the most interesting part about that is they actually make mention of it. Uh-oh. Never mind. Sorry. Forget it. Shit. I'm sorry. I didn't finish the sentence. But, oh, fuck. Well, you should know by now I'm not one for spoilers, but I'm sorry. I kind of accidentally spoiled that there. My bad. Fuck. Sorry about that. It's okay. It's not that big of a thing. You know, especially if you're a fan, you'll appreciate it for other reasons. There's a million other reasons to appreciate that. Fuck. I'm sorry, man. Maybe I should cut... Maybe I should cut that out when I put it on Patreon. If you guys see it here on Facebook, it's not going to be cut out. But, fuck, I apologize. But anyways, so I definitely wanted to come out here and talk about Cobra Kai. Definitely awesome. And if you guys want a copy of it in a full movie setup, you know, that's at the beginning, end. There's no stupid up next bullshit. Mind you, they don't have it in a they don't have any annoying voices saying up next, because they used to do that with oh my god, Kitchen Nightmares, Gordon Ramsay, and that shit got so fucking annoying. Because I'm like, or they would show like in the previous episode, it's like, oh dear fucking Christ, like fuck off, like I don't want to see that shit. And the worst part is I'm sure they're eventually, most likely, gonna put this on TV. And if they do, they're probably going to fuck it up. They're probably going to do that shit, you know, put on the last episode, or in case you missed it, you know, whatever. They did that with Fubar, because they did Fubar Age of Computer, and they did a lot of that, and that really fucking annoyed me. It's like, you know, you want to sit there. I don't like spoilers. I don't like to know what's coming. I like to just watch it, you know, and just, you know, watch the thing and be done with it. Oh, speaking of that, I mentioned this in another video again. I mentioned before that I made a promise to my brother that I was gonna watch Game of Thrones, because everybody busts my balls about watching television series. Everybody busts my balls about watching television series. And he was one of those people that busted my balls, especially about Game of Thrones. So I said to him, just to shut him up, and I didn't think I was going to follow through, to be honest with you, but I am a man of my word. But just to shut him up, basically, I said, okay, I promise I will watch the first 4 episodes of Game of Thrones. So I am a man of my word, and I am up to episode 3. Kind of struggling through it, to be honest with you. Quite frankly, it's not growing on me, man. I'm sorry. I mean... the main reason I can tell you why it's not growing on me is because I didn't watch it from the very beginning. If I had started watching this many, many years ago, kind of like Cobra Kai, if I had started watching this fresh and if I was really into it, it would have been a different story. But because I know there's so many seasons that follow,
it's just turning me off. Like, I don't know if I have time to watch it. Like, no, I don't want to sit down and watch all that. You know, I'm sorry, but I mean, I've seen the first 2 episodes, and I'm midway through the 3rd one, and I kind of got bored, and I was like, you know what? Let me turn this off. It wasn't growing on me. I'll watch up to episode 4. As I promised, but I can't guarantee that I'm going to be a follower or a fan of Game of Thrones. At least I can now honestly say that I saw the first 2 episodes of the series. Yeah, the other one is, everyone keeps busting my balls about tons of these things, but the one I get the most is Stranger Things. No, I'm not going to watch that one, and I'm not promising shit to anybody that I will watch that one. I can't get into series, man. The only reason I got into Cobra Kai, and I'm telling you, if it felt like a series, I wouldn't have watched the whole thing. But it felt like a movie. Game of Thrones feels like a movie. Obviously I've watched it, season 1 without commercials, without any of that nonsense. So I'm watching it like it's a movie, but it's just not growing on me, man. Like, there's too many weird things about it. I mean, I know there's a lot of Game of Thrones hardcore fans out there, so I'm not really going to say much about it. It was cool to see certain actors. I mean, I love Sean Bean and fucking Aquaman. Fucking, I forget his name right now. It's drawing a blank. It was cool to see the dude from Full Monty as a king. That was kind of cool. It was also cool to see the Queen from 300. She's also the Queen in the first episodes. I don't know how long she goes. I don't know if she dies or if she lives. I have no idea. It was also cool to see... oh my god, what's his name? Fuck. See, I know him from a old version of Snow White and the Seven Dwarves. He was in there. Peter Dinklage. Dinklage? I don't know. Something Dinklage. It's probably not Peter. Hold on. Fuck this. I gotta check. This one's gonna bother me if I don't check it. Hold on. I'll just type in Game of Thrones. See, I don't even like fucking, because people have given away too much just in Peter Dinklage, so I think I was right. Was I right? Okay, I don't know. But, I mean, it kind of ruins it if you go on IMDb, like, especially me starting off the series, because it shows you how many episodes they're in. Which, it's like, me starting it now, not a good idea. If I got into it back in the day, that might have been something, but who knows? I may watch it periodically from time to time. I mean, fuck. Oh, yeah, I was going to mention the Cobra Kai. Fuck, I'm rendering the fucking thing. This thing's been going on since I got to get a new editing program. That's why I started up my DFH Studios page, which obviously nobody's fucking donating to. And also Del Morgado Show page, which obviously nobody's donated to that except for one. Actually, 2 people who've donated to that, and I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Yeah, I need better editing software, man, especially after working with Mike Swain's cameras. Like, I thank Mike for letting me borrow or let me use those for the night, because they were incredible cameras. And, I just went on to Facebook again, and Terry has just posted from Tears of a Deity, which I mentioned him earlier. He just posted a bunch of photos of the concert. So, yeah, fucking awesome, man. I'm glad those guys were there, man. It was great. It's kind of... I was hoping that... And I would love to see this one day, and I hope that these guys get together. I would love to see Tears of a Deity and Walker's K together, because it'd be a nice mix of music. I mean, Midnight Echo was, like, hard, like, really, really hard. And then you get Walker's K, which is sort of like, I guess you could call it mainstream rock. And it was just a cool balance to see 2 different types of bands. Similar, but not. If that makes any sense. And so he's basically sending out a big he's saying, what a great Saturday night at the Music Hall. 2 great bands, Walker's K and Midnight Echo. Great friends and a great venue. There you go. I'm reading your post, by the way, Terry. So he probably won't even watch this. He doesn't love me. Anyway, so tomorrow night, I'm going to be on the air, of course, Monday night, the Del Morgado Show, of course. And if you guys get a chance, you want to tune in, I'm sure we're going to be talking about that. I did bust Gary's balls about something, and that was the fact that he didn't thank me. He says he thanked me on stage, which he says, and I remember he said he thanked the staff, but he didn't thank me. And I'm sitting there like, thanks, dude. Like, come on. Like, why, what's up? You couldn't, And he also didn't even say anything about Toad or Tears of a Deity. He didn't say anything about Tears of a Deity. So I was kind of like, so I'm going to be busting his balls about that tomorrow. I guarantee you that on the show. Yeah, I got to bust his balls a little bit about that. But going back to what I said originally, it was very cool to see all the merchandise designed. I don't even know if you can see it. I hope you can. I know it's in reverse. But like I said earlier, it'll be on Patreon. It'll be flipped around. But it was cool to see the logo I came up with all over the fucking place. It was just really cool. And they were selling a package of the t-shirt, hat, and a photo and CD of the music. So, which I've had the music for a while because Gary likes to share that with me. So I'm waiting for one of his other tracks to be released because he's got a kick-ass song that he came up with, and he hasn't released that one yet, and I'm waiting for that one because that one I can't wait to hear the finished product because all he let me hear was basically a rough copy of the song, and I'm just like, oh, dude, I want to hear the final version of this. Because it wasn't really a studio version, it was just them sort of recording it, so anyways, but I mentioned Walker's K. I mentioned Cobra Kai. I got a few movies I got to review. Not today. I don't feel like reviewing them right now. But I did watch recently 50 Shades Freed. And I also watched This is Spinal Tap. That's right. Never saw it. And I also saw Game Night. I knew I was missing one in there. So I saw those 3 movies recently. I'm going to watch a few more before I jump in and review those. My review of Game of Thrones? I can't really say anything. I'm just not really getting into it. And like I said, the reason I think I'm not getting into it is because I know how long this fucking series is. It's not like Cobra Kai, because Cobra Kai I knew was 10 episodes. So I knew, or I thought, there was a beginning and an end. Obviously, they're going to make a season 2. They've already announced it, so I'm not ruining anything. I'm not spoiling anything by saying that. But it's almost like, am I going to continue watching? Probably, because I'm into it, and I'm loving it, and I like the direction that they went in, from a story point. But I don't know how long I'm going to watch. If this thing goes too fucking long, I'm probably going to lose interest. I'm going to be like, you know what? I can't watch this shit anymore. It's now become, commercial, whatever word you want to think of. Commercial would probably be the best way to put it. It's become too commercial. It's become too, television series. And I don't want that to happen. Because when you watch it, and because it's on RedTube, they allow certain things that they normally wouldn't allow with commercials involved. So in other words, they say shit a lot. I can tell you that. So anyways, okay, sorry. So I got those movies to review. Again, I'm not going to do that right now. Maybe I should, just to get it out of the way. I mean, obviously I'm going to be editing this afterwards and putting it on Patreon. So, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. I'll review it just because nobody's really watching, which is good. Because sometimes I'm able to do stuff like this. And, once people start watching, I kind of lose my train of thought. So, all right, let's start off with This is Spinal Tap. I was told that this was a good movie. I never really wanted to see it. I knew it was based on a fake band and whatnot. And the movie itself was set up like a documentary. Bottom line, to make a short story, or long story short, which a lot of people say nowadays, and it really irritates the fuck out of me. But anyways, long story short, Spinal Tap had a couple of funny little scenes. All in all, it wasn't amazing. I got bored. So, it kind of dragged on a little bit. The songs I wasn't getting into. And so I'd give that movie maybe, there's one scene that really makes me laugh, but it's not enough to save the movie. I'd say 2 stars for Spinal Tap. And there's the photo right there, by the way, too. So, all right. So next movie. I might as well go with the one that I'm not going to bitch about. Game Night. I saw that movie, and I was very curious to see the movie, and I'd heard a lot about it. And that's the problem, because a lot of people say that it's an amazing movie. It was good. It wasn't amazing, but it was good. It was very good, actually. I don't want to say much about it, but it wasn't hysterical, because a lot of people said it was hysterical, but it was good. It was definitely worth watching. I would give that a very, very strong 4. Okay? Don't worry, this will all make sense when I put it on Patreon. Fuck it, this is an Unleashed episode now. So, yeah, I'd give it a strong 4. Give it a strong 4. All right. You ready? I've always got a big bomb to drop at the end, and I figured I already mentioned it earlier. 50 Shades Freed. Okay, where do I begin? Let's start with the beginning. Let's start with the very first film. The very first film, I heard a lot about the book. A lot about the book. And I had heard way more than I should have. And right off the bat, first movie in, the casting in my mind was incorrect. I, of course, like a lot of people, had our own interpretations. Never read the book, but heard a lot about it. So I had my own mental visions of how these people were supposed to look. They already disappointed me. In all honesty, what's her face? I'm not even going to bother looking it up because I can't stand her. She is fucking beyond plain Jane, because the premise of the novel, or the books, whatever you want to call them, was that it's a plain Jane that turns into a sexy woman. I've seen a lot of plain Janes that have turned into sexy women, and they start off and they are plain, and then all of a sudden you add a little makeup, you add a little dress, a sexy little ensemble, they look hot as fuck. Case in point, and she actually became famous because of this, Jenna Marbles. She made a video online on how to trick people into making yourself look good or something like that. I can't remember what she called it, but I'm not going to look that up either. I'm too lazy. But whatever her name is, I don't care. I hated her right off the bat. Didn't like her. Very monotoned acting. I didn't mind the guy they played to Christian. So let's go with their names, Anna and Christian. I think it's Anna. Is that Anna? Anyway, so right off the hop, I wasn't into it. I'm watching the movie and I'm thinking to myself, this is very fucking tame. And right off the hop, I can already see the direction of the 3 films, 3 books, whatever you want to call it, right after that very first fucking movie. And you know what? To sum up this review, let me call 50 Shades, How to Neuter a Man, Volume 1, 2, and 3. Okay? The reason I say that, and I'm sure a lot of you know the premise of the fucking thing, and if you don't, I'm about to spoil it. So here we go. You basically get this rich, powerful motherfucker who's into S&M. He finds a plain Jane, or a white, something white, vanilla girl. So in other words, she's not into the kinky sex, falls for her, I don't know why, falls for her ridiculously, and then she slowly switches him into a bitch, to put it bluntly. So there's the premise, gentlemen. I can see why women would love this fucking movie, but at the same time, I don't get it. Okay? I'm talking about part 1, 2, and 3 here. I'm mixing them all into one big lop of shit. I'm sorry. I didn't like it. The worst part about it, and if they had gotten a better actress to play Steele, Anna Steele, whatever the fuck, that movie would have been a hell of a lot better. I didn't mind Christian Grey. He's a good-looking dude, and, you know, he's got a good physique, whatnot. Okay, whatever. Not my idea of what I thought, but anyways. But her, they picked her, and she's fucking horrible. The acting is so dry and so plain and just so fucking unhuman. You watch the fucking thing, and you're like, oh, she reacted. Oh, she smiled. Come on! It ruined it. And because of that, obviously, I'm sure you could probably tell, boom, 1, for 50 Shades free, and I would actually lop all of them together as probably a 1 or a 2. As an entire series, yeah, I'll give it maybe a 2, maybe. Actually, that's too high, man. Fuck it, 1. It's bad. It's bad, and it's just like no good. Especially the third movie. Fuck. I mean, it was just so fucking dumb. Like, half the shit I saw coming a mile away, and then I'm like sitting there going, oh, all right. Right off the beginning, I was already not into it. I didn't even really want to see the third one, to be honest with you. The reason I saw it was just out of curiosity to see where the story went. Now I sort of understand why this was a bestseller. I kind of sort of do. Because How to Neuter a Man, Volume 1, 2, and 3. There you go. That's the best way to put it. That is the absolute best way to title these fucking movies. How to Neuter a Man, Volume 1, 2, and 3. A descriptive explanation on how to neuter a man. Not any regular guy, because a lot of regular guys aren't into the S&M thing. But I just don't get it. I really don't. Yeah, I didn't like it. Didn't like it one bit. So there you go. There's my review of three movies: Spinal Tap, Game Night, and 50 Shades Free. So what else is there? Was there anything else I saw that? No, I reviewed that one. No, that's it. So, oh yeah, and I rewatched Black Panther. By the way, yeah, I forgot to mention that. And I'm sorry to say this, I fell asleep twice. It was boring. The movie was boring. I'm sorry. I mean, I still give it the same rating I gave it back when I did my review of that. Oh, I also re-saw, or haven't seen in a long time, which is the one? Fuck, I had it there. Inglourious Bastards. I love that movie. So anyways, so that's pretty much it. Yeah. So I might as well just say goodbye because I said what I had to say. And if you guys see this a little bit later on, I'm shocked that nobody tuned in. Maybe people are sick and tired of watching me on Facebook. Could be. If that's the case, then, well, guess I won't be doing these videos for too much longer. So anyways, yeah. If you guys ended up watching this, I appreciate it. If not, then, oh well.